I understand. We had to get the setup all done. Jay Moore's recording a few things. We're going to Texas on Wednesday. So we have a lot to do over the next few days here. Bets are going to be out early and often. Rolling. Actually, I'll probably just put them out like same time, but I'm going to be making them early and often. Today we're going over Monday's slate of games. I'm pulling out my notes real quick while we're yapping. How are you fellas doing? Brandon, late like always. We are always, you can expect the same things every time when you're here. We don't try to do anything fancy. There's nothing new. But yeah, score prediction. I'm going to take, and I can pull up. I want to actually, while we're doing this. Let's just get some odds in here. -1. It's a pick'em. Okay. You're not going to like this, Casey. But if I were to take any side, it would definitely be Buffalo money line. But we'll keep that to ourselves for now. I think the Bills will win this game. Probably. If I had to guess. 24-17. 24-20. Around there. That's where I'd put it. Tragic game from Chase. Needed a 20 to win my matchup. Listen, he did. That drop in the middle of the field on I think it was 3rd and 12, 3rd and 10. He came across. I've never seen him drop a ball that easy ever. It was right in the breadbasket. I don't think he would have taken it really anywhere, but it definitely would have been a massive play there. Casey's in here. Josh Allen rush yards is a free score. You're welcome. I have his rush yards. I'm taking his over. We'll leave. That's actually segues right into it. One of the plays that I have for today, higher than 33.5 rush yards. Joshy Allen. Post that on Twitter and pick it if you got it. If you got it there, I think we got it at 33.5. Okay, so we got it 33.5. You can get it 32.5 as well on, I think it was BetMGM had it there. Not quite sure, but you could look around and find it for sure. But on here on Underdog, we got it 33.5. It's not going to make a difference. He should soar over this line. Hit over this in 3 of 5 games this season. The only games he's missed this line, and this is a big thing. The only games he's missed this line, we'll pull it up on props.cash for you so you can see it in real time, real action, are 2 blowout games. Miami, he was barely playing after halftime, and trust me, James Cook handled all of the work that was needed. Tua got hurt, threw 3 interceptions, concussion game, but it was a wash of a game. Baltimore, they didn't even stand a chance. They were out of the game by the middle of the second quarter and halftime of that game. In games where it is close, and again, if you look at it's a pick'em right now. This game should be close, right? Hypothetically, in games that are close, he easily hits this line. James Cook is coming off a toe injury. James Cook probably won't see his full workload. I know a lot of people are saying that he will and whatnot here and there, but I don't think he's going to see his full workload. I think he'll still see a generous amount of touches, but not his 15 carries in a game, not his 20 carries in a game. I think Josh Allen's going to have to take a lot of that work. Also, this Jets defense runs a ton, and I mean a ton of man coverage, which segues into a lot of man coverage means a lot of DBs have their backs turned, which opens a lot of holes in that secondary. You saw it last game on Sunday night. Joe Burrow, 50-yard touchdown in man coverage because all the DBs, again, backs turned a deep 2. Safeties are deep following whatever post, go route, whatever you got deep. Safeties are following that back. DBs aren't looking up the field and leaves easy lanes for these quarterbacks, and Josh is probably going to look to take advantage of that versus this Jets defense. Now, the Jets defense is good, though, so I do give him credit, but I think Joshy will definitely scramble here for a few, so that's going to be the first leg. What's your -500 bet for tonight? Me and JMO are done that for now. We're going to resume it. We're going to Texas again. I think if you missed the beginning of the stream, we're going to Texas. I think I'm going to do something different because the 500 bet has been hard for content. I think I'm going to do it again when NBA comes out next week because it's supposed to be -500 every day. And then we were doing it with every set of games. It just got there wasn't really content around it, so there's no real point to do it. So I think what we're going to change it to is I'm going to do -500 every day starting the first day of NBA and then make a video every single day for it. to make it better content, to make it flow better. And then I will also do NFL days as soon, like whenever it's Sunday, I'll be like, the minus 500 bet today is Jets minus whatever, whatever the case may be. So I think that's what it's going to be. But yeah, so for the Texas bet, I'm planning on doing one of my biggest bets I think I've ever played. I don't place a ton of money, but I think I might place a hefty wager on this weekend. So I'm excited for that, and I'll definitely make content around that, and you guys will see it. Braylon Allen over 9.5 receiving yards, Breece Hall over 3.5 receptions plus anytime TD, and Allen over 34.5 rush yards is a lock. I like the Breece receptions. Braylon I haven't looked into, but we can look into it now. Breece anytime also feels great for tonight. Both Casey's in the chat. I'm up by 14. Opponent has Josh Allen, and I have Dalton Kincaid. Am I cooked? You just got to pray for a Dalton Kincaid touchdown. Then you should be fine. But if not, it's going to look a little scary for you. You think we need to see a new scheme with this offense without Salah? Again, Salah was a defensive guy, defensive head, definitely in the middle. Yeah, so for that, it's not going to make a big difference, but they are changing play callers. Could mean they're going to lean heavier into the Rodgers scheme. Hey, Rodgers, you're a veteran quarterback. You've been playing this for 20 years. I'm going to let you kind of hold the reins and make the decisions. That's probably what's going to happen. Offense could look, I feel like, a little bit like last game where you're kind of trying to force some shit. You're going to have to take a lot of underneath stuff. It's going to be tough to gain yards on this Bills defense that plays a too high shell, a lot of over-top coverage. It's going to be tough, and I think they're going to have to lean into the run more. I think Rodgers and the crew know they need to get Breece moving or this could get scary fast. You're definitely not wrong if you get me. Shouldn't be burning up a bit. Who said? Interesting. Nick about to start his streak again and be by himself for the month. No, literally, Nick is, I don't even know. He just, like, his betting thing, like, he just will do random-ass bets at random-ass times and then hop into challenges, leave challenges, hop in, whatever. But he has a lot of fun doing it, and it's fun to see him react to stuff. So he hops in and out for sure. I hope that means flat passes all day. It's what it should mean, and that's why we're going to lean into our next bet, our next prop. And again, if you're not on Underdog, guys, make sure you sign up using code BDG. When you sign up, you get up to $1,000. Plus, you'll get a free square of either Josh Allen or Aaron Rodgers for just half a yard. One of them will be on your slate, so it'll pop up. So if it's like right here, it'll be like right here or like right here when you sign up. Plus, you get up to $1,000 as well. Plus, you'll get a Thursday night play for Bo Nix at just half a yard. So not only do you get one square, you get two squares for free. Pretty gas. Love to see that. So make sure you sign up using code BDG. And again, if you're not on props.cash and you're a big bettor and you bet all the time, I use this every single day. Code GUT25 will get you 25% of the first month. It is a paid-for platform, so if you don't want to pay, that's fine enough. And then for Pickett, I mean, we're on Pickett all the time. You see the plays. You see the bets right in front of you. This is where we're at. New York Jets, Buffalo Bills. You see my 3 locks. See it right in front of you. You'll see the profit. You'll see the units that I put on every single thing, right? We're at 1.2, 1.3. Again, I do that to make sure it converts into 1 unit by the end of it. But, yeah, over 3.5 receptions for Breece, 33 for Josh Allen. You also can see the books I place them on in this format as well. So it's pretty cool. Again, if you're not on Pickett, use code BDG when you sign up. It's completely free to sign up. Completely free to sign up. Plus, when you use our code, you'll be able to follow all the boys, tail us. And a lot of us don't. Like, I mean, I'm the one who places bets every day. Tony places bets a good amount. I suppose you can even follow the snapback guys in the office, too. When you use code BDG, it'll make you auto-follow Nick, who places some random fun bets. So you can just tail, follow along. Plus, you'll be entered into a BDG merch raffle, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. Heading on to more plays, though. I do have my next play, which is going to be, we're talking about a lot of flat routes, a lot of underneath, a lot of too high coverage. 3.5 receptions is not on here anymore, but it was. It was on here, and that's what I would take. But for now, what we're going to take instead is receiving yards 26.5. I like his 3.5 receptions a lot. Now, again, you can see I got it. Not there. I got it at minus 130 on FanDuel. It was minus 120 on BetMGM at one point. I missed that. Got it on FanDuel. I don't know what it is now. I don't know what the odds are now. Probably a little bit more juiced. So you can see where they are. Actually, we can look at it right here on Props.Cash. It says Minus 135, minus 130 still on FanDuel. So if you want to get it there, you can. So take advantage. I'm sure Underdog has it on the phone, just not on the desktop probably. So you can get it there. Rodgers' longest completion under with a 2 shell. Yes, 100%. I'm taking the unders on a lot of players here for the Jets. Not that they're not going to have a good day. I just don't think they're going to have a lot of explosive plays, which they haven't almost all season. B-Rich said he's going to run a more run-focused offense. That would be smart, but against the Bills, it's going to be tough. So we'll see how that goes. Any of the boys F1 fans, they're racing down in Texas this weekend too. Austin is about to be crazy. Yeah, I know the Settlemans are more into F1 than we are. No one from the BDG side really is into F1, or none of us have at least vocalized it. I actually know a chick that works in F1, which is pretty cool. But no, I'm not personally in it that much myself. Ray Davis over 11.5 yards. 12.5 here on Underdog right in front of you. I could see it. I could see him getting a few touches for sure. I have Garrett Wilson, James Cook, he's Kincaid. I'm on a 3-game losing streak, so I'm just worrying. You have Garrett Wilson and James Cook, and he only has Kincaid. You're fine. You're fine. Coleman over longest reception feels clean. Ugh. Maybe. What's it at? Let's look. We can look together. It's right here in front of us. 18.5. Has he been hitting that? Longest reception? I know he did 2 games ago and last game. Yeah, I mean, he's been hitting it. But again, you look at the defense he's hit it against. Houston susceptible to big plays. Baltimore just drew up a good play in a bad game. Jacksonville, bad defense. Arizona, bad defense. Didn't hit it versus Miami. Solid defense, surprisingly. He's done against one really good defense on the passing side of things. Like the Jets are just different from the passing game. I think I would stay away, but I understand the look for it. But yeah, so that's what I have for now. We're going to go to our last play here. Receiving yards. I have Garrett Wilson. He's now at, no, he's still at 61.5. You can snag him at again if you saw it. We've under 61.5 receiving yards. I also like Jameson took it in our TikTok, which means it's probably going to miss. For some reason, he just is like glued to missing in the TikToks. But I have a lower longest reception. Also is great value. 21.5 longest reception. He has not had an explosive play all season. And it is crazy. Where is longest reception? There it is. Garrett Wilson. Yeah, he hit it versus Tennessee on a man-to-man in the slot, deep fade ball. And then against Denver by the skin of his teeth on a dig route that he took up the field. Didn't against Minnesota. Didn't against New England. Didn't against San Francisco. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I definitely would lean under there, but I'm definitely going to lean under on the full yards. I feel better about that play for myself. Again, I got it at 61.5. He's only hit this last game. That's it. Every other game, he's missed it. And I feel like this is going to be the same type of script. I think he can see a ton of targets. I think he's going to see a good amount of receptions. I don't think it's going to come with the yards. I think he can have 6 receptions, 50 yards, his normal line. Maybe 6 receptions, 50 yards, and a touchdown. We would like to see that. We'd like to see him in the end zone. But thoughts on Lazard? Lazard is a player that, I like his reception line at 3. So if you can get it on UD, you can get it at 3. If you can't get it at 3.5 feels a lot high. Feels high. He's seen the targets, though, so it's nuts. He gets that one, fair enough. I'm taking B. Allen under 1.5 receptions. Thoughts? I think it's going to be a big check down game, but if I were to bet anyone under in this backfield for receptions, it definitely would have to be Braylon. I think Brees is going to hit his over on receptions. Brees has been targeted a ton. He has, I can read some of my stats here. I haven't even looked at my stats. Brees so far this season has the 9th most receptions over expected among the players at the running back position at 1.1. So again, he's seeing a ton of targets, seeing a lot of receptions. And again, the Bills are on a strict 2 high. Avoid deep shots. That's the biggest thing they want to avoid. They got burnt by Nico Collins one time, but outside of that, they don't get fucking torched a lot. So I think they're going to stay in that 2-high shell and run that strict Sean McDermott defense that he's known for. Lazard, wide receiver 1. Case is about to go crazy. Dude, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. What's going on, Cavs fan? I don't like that Allen line. You talking about mortals? Yeah, it's tough. Brother's got stone hand. No, literally, Lazard can't catch anything. Lazard sees all the targets, can't catch anything. It's tough. Needs 6 points in a half PPR format from Kincaid. I think he's going to score tonight. Like, if I lean anything, it's going to be Kincaid to score. Reason being is this Jets defense is susceptible to in-the-middle passes, getting beat by slot, tight end type archetypes. Their linebackers are good, but they're not elite coverage guys. Great run supporters. But I think that if anyone can get it done, it could be Kincaid, as he lines up as a big slot a lot of times and kind of attack that middle of the field while Sauce and Reed handle the outsides. I think they'll be able to attack that and have some success there. But, yeah, those are the 3 main plays I have on the right side here. I don't have any other like long ones. I can talk about leans that I like. We actually killed our leans from the last live stream. I think I did like probably 7 or 8 leans, and I think I hit like 6 of them. Someone DM'd me. If you're in here, you're a dog. Someone DM'd me, was like, "Yo, I made $480 off of your leans." I'm like, "You're the fucking goat for that." But other leans that I do like in this game, again, staying with the heavy run narrative, I think Aaron Rodgers could go lower in this game on pass attempts because he probably around the 29 mark. Again, Garrett lower on receiving yards. I like that better than I did the other. Again, I think Dalton Kincaid could see the targets here. 6 targets feels good. If he doesn't hit it, it's a push, which I do value that a lot. So it's, again, if you can get at books 5.5, 6 I like. Staying away from Keon. I think I'm staying away from James Cook, of high re-injury risk with a toe injury. Looks like turf toe could be the injury there. And if that is, it's kind of a mid-foot sprain. And if that's the case, he could get re-injured pretty quickly. Ray Davis, someone said earlier in the chat, 11.5 high. Feels good, especially with James Cook a little bit beat up. And this Jets defense being susceptible to running plays so far this season. They haven't looked as good as in past years. Braylon doing Braylon things. I'll let him slide on that. I don't have much outside of maybe rush attempts. That could be the only thing I really see out of him. Lazard, again, if it's not 3 receptions, I'm staying away. And everyone else cannot be touched. All right, so I'm not. Yeah, I'm not touching anything else. That's kind of what I got. That's my plays of the day. Does Sauce follow? If so, Keon under. Sauce is not probably going to follow Keon Coleman. Sauce follows actually, Sauce never follows. That's kind of how it is. That's why we saw a lot of Reed on JJ last week. Sauce, he'll follow very rarely, but he's a field corner. So, again, there's a field and boundary corner. That's how they align. They align in a half-split defense, a.k.a. there's going to be 2 different calls to each side of the defense that combine into a slice, a cut, a cover 6, a cover 3, a cover 4. And they're 2 different complete calls, and they just mesh normally. If it's 2 and 2, most of the time they'll match up either into a 2 or into a 4. Sometimes it'll be to a 3, depending on what they're looking at from where the running back strength is, where the tight end is. If it's a trip, it'll almost always be cut into a 3, cut into a 6, have the safety move over top. If they're in a zone, if they're in a man, if they're in a lot of times these teams will bunch. They'll make a bracket out of that. And they want Sauce to be that field side corner. If you have him on the boundary, a lot of times it's going to be one-on-one shots. Sauce is better in space. DJ Reader's better on an island, ironically. But that's the truth of the matter. And when you have a guy that's better on an island, put him on an island, give him less space to work with so he's not getting beat. Because if you put a boundary corner in the field, that gives him so much more space to work, slants, digs, in the routes. Where if you're in the backside, it limits their ability to go out, where on the field side, you can go out a lot more to break in on these in-cutting routes. So you have to be a little more versatile on the field side. That's why Sauce is on there and does so well right there. Plus, they're also a more zone-heavy defense when they're in that split coverages. Now, they do line up a lot of man, but when they're in the split, it's definitely more zone. A-Rod completions, that's definitely a look. What is it at? That's 21.5. Yeah, that definitely feels if they're going to do a lot of short, quick passes like they're saying, definitely could be a good look for sure. Garrett's under scares me, but I get it completely. Yeah, that's a lot of unders this year for sure. I've taken a lot of unders and been like, damn. But I think I got to keep taking them. When the matchup's there, the value's there, the past is there, you got to take it. Brees rush attempts. I think I'm going to stay away from rush attempts for Brees. As much as it can look juicy on the surface, I don't even know if we have it here. We don't have it here. No. As much as they can look juicy on the surface, Braylon could easily see a game where he sees 10 to 11 rushes, and then you're just like, I should have seen that coming. I'm going to stay away from that feeling. Also, his attempts have been so wonky. Now, I get a new play caller. I understand entirely. But just in case, I'm going to stay away from that. Mike Williams, under 2.5 receptions, so won't be open on these deep routes with the Bills too. Listen, he is a cone, but he somehow he's weird pop-off games for no reason. But I would comfortably take the 2.5 under for sure. Coleman usually catches a long boundary. I don't know if I like betting on one play, but deep shot feels like a constant weekly with that O or longest reception. Listen, if you want to take the longest reception, go for it. Keon's a dog. I loved Keon out of college. He's a raw prospect, but he's proving to look like he can turn into something for sure. Cook under attempts looks nice. I agree. I think they're going to work a little bit more Ray Davison. I think Josh Allen's going to take some of those touches. Again, coming off a toe injury, you never really know how he's truly feeling. Again, got activated late from the injury report. So there's a lot of question marks there. I'd feel comfortable taking it. There still always is the chance he goes for like 20 and looks perfectly fine and never needed to be on the report. There's always that chance. But I think if we're going to weigh that sort of stuff in against a solid defense in the Jets, I would lean the under for sure. Thoughts on Konkenstein? Listen, I love me a little bit of Conk. Against the Bills, though. Where he at? All right, take Conk, 25.5. We'll lock it in. Always take Conk. Love Conk in this scenario, especially again, two high safeties attack the middle of the field. They run a ton of Tampa 2 though, a deep Tampa 2, which could make for a tough outing for him. But he's seeing the targets, insane. Juice Sportsbook, Bills money line. I'm on the same wavelength there. I think the Bills escape with this one for sure. Anyone know the picket at? It is at Nick Guthrie or at Gut045. Either one of those should work. Actually, I can check for you right now. This is the picket, and the picket. Good. I don't want to click that now, but I think it's just Nick Guthrie. Yeah, glow. So we should have that. But yeah, glow. I think we're up 30 units on the month. Let's look. I'll look for you right now. Picket. Pull it up on my phone. I also can look at my username now. Username, yeah, Guts045, Guts045, and then at Nick Guthrie. But right now we're cooking this month. Whoa. Oh, asked me to sync my book to New Jersey. Sorry. Whoa. Cooking this month, huh? Huh? Oh, that's percentages. This is units. Dude, I got to dial it in. Lock in. There you go. Yeah, we're cooking. Up 28. I lied. But yeah, that's where we're at. Hopefully we keep cooking. I'm so hyped. Side note, so hyped for NBA season to roll around. We are only 1 week away. Tuesday next week, we get NBA action. I am juiced. Obviously, there's preseason. I'm not going to be betting preseason right now. As you guys remember, as you guys might not remember, if you followed me last year with NBA bets, you made a fuck ton of money. NBA is my shit. I don't know why. I don't know how. I almost said Madden. NFL, I do have my back and forth, but for the most part, I always turn profit. I I rarely have like bad months. In the NBA, we almost went we had one negative month, and the rest of them were crazy. I had a month, February, where we swept. Like this is not exaggeration. You go back and look on TikTok and everything. We had a month where I put out I think it was 3 bets throughout the day or whatever. 7 out of 8 days we swept. It was fucking nuts. It was pretty gas. It was a legendary run. If we can get something like that again, I'll be amped. But for now, we stick with NFL, Monday Night Football. I'll be back. I'll be doing a live stream from Texas on Thursday. So, psych, I'm not going to be live Thursday night. That is a lie. We have our trivia event on Thursday. If you're in Austin, Texas, make sure you come out for that. We're going to be rocking with Colt McCoy. But we will be live Sunday or Saturday night, probably. I got to check, dude. Our Texas schedule is crazy. I'm going to try to be live at some point. We'll be live with the Snapback Boys, with the BDGE Boys, with everyone from the crew. So make sure to tune in for that. That'll be a movie. And I'll catch you guys next time. Good luck on their bets. If you have any questions, make sure to DM me on Twitter or, DM me on Twitter is probably the best way to get a hold of me. So if you want to have any questions, make sure to do that. If not, good luck tonight. Love you guys. Have a